Most of you know what these little things are. They're not very impressive looking, but these tiny little stones have many times tipped the scales of history. They're called flints. That's where the flintlock gets its name. Without flints to ignite the powder, the weapons of the War of 1812 would have been completely useless. A man can be like this piece of flint, his strength and fire hidden until destiny strikes a spark that may change the fate of a nation for good or evil. He doesn't have to be born a king or an emperor. He can come from very humble parentage. He can be a rail splitter from Kentucky, or a house painter from Austria, or a little corporal from Corsica, or even a ruthless pirate can turn the tide of history. There was such a man, condemned, pardoned, and again condemned by 3 American presidents. His name was Jean Lafitte. Some say that Lafitte was a robber, a cutthroat, a traitor. Others, that he was a privateer, a gentleman smuggler, and a great patriot. But nobody even knows what he looked like. But from this mass of history and legend, a real man emerges. No peg-legged, patch-eyed pirate of fiction, but the most romantic figure in the history of romantic New Orleans. This is how we see him. This and this. This is the man of whom Lord Byron wrote. He left a corsair's name to other times, linked with one virtue and 1,000 crimes. What was this one virtue of Jean Lafitte? The Buccaneer tells you the story of that one virtue and some of the 1,000 crimes.
What are you mumbling about, Deacon?
Saying a prayer for a dying ship.
Cheap enough, 6 dead and all.
7. Counting you, Mr. Brown. Because I'm going to hang you.
This Buccaneer, Jean Lafitte, that men called the Terror of the Gulf, is played by Yul Brynner. Lafitte ruled his own little kingdom, the island stronghold of Barataria, near the mouth of the Mississippi. The Buccaneer is more than a pirate story, for Lafitte and his little island played a vital part in American history. The young republic of the United States was fighting for survival in the War of 1812. All that stood between the invading British Army and the city of New Orleans was a handful of squirrel hunters and raw recruits. Commanding them was a backwoods general named Andrew Jackson, played by Charlton Heston.
Well, what's your news? Now, stand easy, Captain.
Captain Wilkes, reporting from President Madison, sir. The British have captured Washington. They've burned the Capitol and the White House. The fate of the country is in your hands, sir. The British invasion fleet is headed for New Orleans with 16,000 troops aboard.
16. They expect me to stop them with it. I've got 1,200 men. Most of those boys don't have shoes, let alone musket flints. How do you... New Orleans, huh? All right. We've got more chickens here than we got troops. Come on, get on out of here. Oh, yeah, if they control the Mississippi, they'll really have this country by the throat. Yeah, I expect we could set up defenses here, and here, and here.
Not there.
Why not?
That's Barataria.
What?
Every foot of that swamp land is controlled by Lafitte, the pirate. From New Orleans to the Gulf. We'll have to deal with him first.
Deal with him? A pirate? Deal with him? I'll hang him.
Lafitte was caught between 2 fires. The British and the Americans both knew that Barataria was the back door to New Orleans, and Lafitte was the key. The Americans wanted to hang him. The British wanted to buy him.
We are authorized by the Crown to pay you $30,000 in gold.
You realize who you are dealing with? Why, the ships of Jean Lafitte comb the waters of the world. 100 captains obey his commands.
The fiery Dominic Yule, an ex-cannoneer of Napoleon, played by Charles Boyer. Dominic hated all countries, governments, and flags. To him, Lafitte is the last free man on earth. Why then did Lafitte go to the man who had put a price on his head, the American governor, Claiborne, and offer all he had?
I have men, ships, guns. All yours for the asking.
We cannot meet the British offer of $30,000.
Governor, I didn't come here for money.
Then what do you want?
What did he want? Was it a pardon? Or was it... The governor had a lovely daughter, Annette, played by Inga Stevens. And what answer did Lafitte receive from the country he offered to help?
Where you started, Lafitte? With no one to take your orders but the mosquitoes?
A bit of flotsam left in the wreckage. Bonnie Brown, played by Claire Bloom.
I waited for this moment to see you smashed, beaten. I see it, it hurts.
Don't give me your pity. I like your hatred better.
Where you going?
New Orleans. I'll get my men out of jail if I have to kill Jackson himself.
I need a tunnel. I got the British marching up my back. I can't stand here talking all night. Now, I need powder and flints, but you won't get this order released till I know where they are.
Oh, you're looking for a quick way out of life, Jackson.
If you put a bullet in my brain, I'd still live long enough to kill you.
What was the bargain driven between this flint-hard pirate and this iron-willed general? A strange alliance and a strange army of squirrel hunters, dandies of New Orleans, Choctaw Indians, free men of color, untried militia, facing the might of a magnificent British army, fresh from its victories against Napoleon. It was in this same war of 1812 that the rocket's red glare inspired the Star-Spangled Banner. Rockets that were the great-grandsires of Jupiter, Vanguard, Atlas. This same war of 1812 gave us a general who became president, and a pirate who, well, you see the picture and decide whether this Buccaneer was hero or villain, a saint or a sinner. But I tell you, he was fact, not fiction. He was a man, and he was there.